Oh, I see we're starting with the goofy goofs early today. Yeah. Well, late today, considering the stream didn't start till now, but you know what I mean. So, the servers should be going live right this moment. Are they actually live? Like, who knows? But that's this the time when they're supposed to go live. I'm just gonna give them a little bit of a breathing room, and we're going in. And I'll admit I'm a little nervous. I don't want to, fuck up. Nobody wants to fuck up because it'll be our first time playing Wardogs, so nobody wants to go in and shit the bed. But I'm going to my roots. I've said it many, many, many times on this stream. Be it in Squad, be it in Postscriptum, be it in, and even way back yonks of World War II Online, like Logiman. I was the fairy bitch, the one that would take men and supplies and equipment and everything to the front lines. So that's what I'm gonna do here. Especially the equipment part. I'm gonna try to get as much logistics. We're not gonna have access to the big Ural trucks, the big deuce and a half or anything. I know that. I know you have to level up for that, but yeah. Not much, but it's honest work. Exactly. And again, those games didn't reward that. You were rewarded superficially in that your team did better because you were pushing the supply lines up and up and up and up, and your team just had better supply, right? Like, the enemy team had their initial good push, but then they were floundering because people were just piecemeal running back. But if you were ferrying over and over again the heavy ordnance with tons of ammo resupplies and everything, like, your team could consistently, like, it's the flailing against the police barricades of a riot, right? You're all uncoordinated, slapping against it, and then the police go, all right, push, and 3, 2, push, and then all of them shove forward. And then 3, 2, shove forward. Again, you get a rhythm going. I love playing Engineer in TF2 as well. But yeah. That's why I liked Wardogs, because you actually get paid. Like, you get paid for delivering supplies and running people back and forth and everything. You even get like a round trip bonus when you go out to the battlefield, drop off stuff, and come back. You actually get paid a bonus for, it's called the round trip bonus. It's like, ooh. So, like, they're actually, like, rewarding you for being somebody who's keeping on top of getting supplies to the front line. So, very interested in that. Very, very interested. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I know we're not gonna have like the greatest kill death ratio out there. I guess that's not what I'm going for, right? Also, again, I'm gonna give the game a caveat. The devs have said they've tried to put everything to get 60 FPS minimum, but I'm gonna give them a caveat of VSeeFace is a resource hungry piece of shit. So we'll see how this goes. Like, we'll see. Okay, so it does compiling shaders multiple times. I did it already before the stream started, just because I wanted it to, be absolutely ready. But yeah, the server should be live now. It was 1700 UTC when it was going, which is 12 p.m. here. So we'll see. Also, there is no NDA obviously. There's no NDA. So, like I said, it wouldn't have made any sense to lift the NDA for the alpha and then do the early access announcement and then put the NDA back on right before early access launches when you're also saying that people, if they don't like the game, they can refund it. That's would be really weird. It wouldn't be impossible, but it'd be a really weird series of events, you know? Oh, the servers aren't. They might be having some backlogs here. Hang on. Maybe we should check. Double check. Oh, so Wardogs has a new video up. We can watch that too, but here we go. Oh, it got pushed to... So what, it's now 1800? Blech. Alright, we got an hour to kill, chat. We got an hour to kill. That's okay. That's fine with me. That's fine with me. Oh, that's not bad. They said it's 1 p.m. Oh, you know what? I forgot to flip the stuff in the air fryer. I was gonna try to make my food right before the stream started. Yeah, I'll go get my stuff in the air fryer real quick. I gotta flip it. BRB un momento. Alright, I'm back. Okay, we're gonna watch that Wardogs trailer. It's new to me, I hadn't seen it. So. Wardogs FPS Games Show 2026. Also, there's another video here that I want to talk about. Too. Well, again, we got plenty of time now. We got plenty of time. Now that I know it's maybe you know what I think I probably did? I probably did the conversion to EST and we're currently in EDT. So I probably fucked up the conversion rate. God, please let it become a national thing where we don't observe daylight savings time ever again. Thank you. I hate daylight savings times. Oh my god. One of the most useless systems ever devised. It serves no purpose. Oh my god. No purpose in the slightest. I love that people are like, well, for the first shift, it's really good to wake up. It's like, oh yeah, for the first shift. Yeah, and then fuck over the third shift. You know, it's just fuck off. Now, again, as long as you just make it be like, hey, we're going to go with the EST, and we're just not going to change ever again. That's what Indiana did. You pick one or the other, and you never change again. Ever. You never ever change. That's what you should do. Just pick one and stick to it. Yeah. Okay, so pop this up. So this is from Bulkhead themselves. Let's see what their new trailer was.
We've just announced the FPS game show, and we wanted to show everyone a little bit of why we came up with this idea, how we came up with it, and what you're going to see. We obviously need to get Wardogs out there, and we were looking at the calendar for upcoming showcases, and there genuinely weren't that many options.
We didn't exactly fancy paying $300,000 for a 60-second slot.
That was the quote in the end, wasn't it? It's $300,000 for 60 seconds for a trailer.
Holy
Wild.
shit.
And the problem is we'd be next to some like massive single-player games, you know, celebrity endorsements and all that kind of stuff.
Weeb games.
Yeah, I mean, Weeb Games is a good point, right? But if you're an FPS player who watches those kind of showcases, there might only be like 1 or 2 games that you're actually interested in.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
We were just...
Like I said, more niche games, like showcases, I'm totally fine with that. You know what I mean? Like, I liked the PC game show until, you know, it went super up its own ass and trying to push the narrative and agenda. But, again, that's the way it should be. Like, an RTS showcase, an RPG showcase, an FPS showcase. That's what you should do, because if that's what your audience wants. Like, chat, I'm going to tell you this. You might not know this about me. I don't give a flying fuck about sports games or racing games. Holy shit, you want me to tune out? I will, like, the moment I see sports ball, I'm immediately like, oh, who fucking cares? Like, again, I get there are people that like their sportsum games. I like that there are people that I like my ball games. I don't. I don't in the slightest. Like, they are all the exact same. Like, exact same. And I'm just like, no, I don't give a fuck. You don't love FIFA Grand Prix 27-3? No. Not at all. So yeah, this is more like, this is that whole thing of DashCon. You remember who remembers DashCon? The utter disaster of it, where they tried to be too broad. It's like, no, you need to be super fucking niche. Like, that's how you start these things. So having this be, it's FPS and FPS only. Okay, good. Absolutely good. You can have some wiggle there where you have like a first-person RPG. You can be like, okay, I could see them being at both, you know what I mean? A little bit of an overlap. But have like an FPS showcase, have an RPG showcase, have a real-time strategy showcase, have a grand strategy showcase. Like, break it up a lot, and that way we can get Jeff Keighley out of the fucking, like, driver's seat. Holy shit, Jeff Keighley, one of the biggest scumbags of the entire industry, he needs to fucking go. If you can divest as much stuff from Jeff as possible, the gaming industry will get a lot better. Because you won't have Corpo Shill, who has no morals or integrity until he gets paid. He's a fucking whore. Like, once you get him out of the picture, things will get way better. Much faster. Yeah, and I always call him the Dorito Pope as well. It's like, no, I want people to know you have no integrity, right? I want people to know that you are just a shameless corporate shill. So yeah, I hope more groups do this. Like, more AA and indie groups make their own showcase of like, hey, this is the RPG showcase. Hey, this is the grand strategy showcase. Hey, this is the strategy showcase. You know, I hope more things do that. I really do.
Playing one of our alpha tests, and I think we finished, and I just rang you and went, hey, I've had this idea. What if we just set up our own show?
Yeah,
where
I mean, you've got all those contacts, right? You know so many FPS devs, and we know so many FPS devs over the years, so it just kind of made sense.
I think the response you said was, what, like the FPS game show? And we're like, yeah, that's the name. That's it.
Yeah,
and that was
yeah,
it.
again,
It just...
You don't need to be super fancy with it. You don't need to, like, come up with some fancy title for it. Give exactly what it is, and then make that be what the show is about. Like, people try to be too clever for their own good, right? Just call it the FPS game show. That's all you need.
Started with Beautiful Light, and then Tarkov, then Grey Zone, and then what we really liked was Ubisoft were like, can we be a part of this? And Rainbow Six is like a pretty big game. Them being like, we want to be part of this kind of FPS community. Great. How cool is that?
Yeah, the lineup's kind of insane, to be honest. Like, no money's been exchanged. This is all just off the pack.
Already there, too. Like, this is literal free advertising, right? As you said, no money's been exchanged. Holy shit, yes. And look at all of them. Look at all of them. Beautiful Light, I am vaguely interested in because of the Lovecraftian kind of thing in it as well. For anyone that doesn't know, Beautiful Light is kind of a Tarkov-style game, but it's got a lot of, like, Stalker / like, Lovecraft horror in it. And they have made a big deal that hacking is an actual mechanic within Beautiful Light, and they don't just mean, like, oh yeah, buff your, interact with computers and buff your thing. No, you actually need to know the programming language they built into the game. Not to actually program the game, but the language they built for the game itself. If you know the language and you get good at the language, you can be an incredibly effective hacker for your team in the game itself. And I'm like, okay. I'm not going to do it because I fucking suck ass at hacking. But yeah, that's pretty neat. We're losing Lovecraft. Chaosium renamed Shub-Niggurath because it's offensive. Who fucking cares what they rename it to? It's Shub-Niggurath. Who fucking cares? Yeah, look at this. I want to see this showcase.
Of we all make and love FPS games, right?
Yeah, and that was the only rule, really, is the game has to be an FPS, and you have to have something exclusive, and then everybody wins.
It's a proper showcase. No cringy skits, live music, just an FPS game.
Thank fuck. I can't tell you how much I do not give a shit about live musical performance. A live musical performance from Green Day. Who fucking cares? I'm here for the games. Like, you've seen, whenever we have to suffer through the Game Awards or anything like that, we always mute those sections, and we just talk about, like, all the stuff that came before it.
From FPS devs for FPS players.
We have a pretty massive reveal for Wardogs that I don't think anyone will see coming. Come and check out the other games there. Come and check out what's going on. There's some really big ones, there's some smaller ones, and everybody's just kind of helping each other out and sticking together as FPS games, and yeah.
So that's it. FPS Game Show, September 3rd, live on Twitch. A week before Wardogs launches into early access on September 10th. See you there.
Okay. Okay, September 3rd. We'll make sure. I'll mark it. What day is September 3rd? It is a Thursday. So on next, is it next Thursday? Nope. The Thursday after next, we will watch Wardogs. Or sorry, we'll watch the FPS Game Show. Wait, 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 the festival? Wait, what'd that say? No, sorry, I missed it. The festival of what? Okay. my brain auto-corrected that to something it absolutely did not say. That's not on them. That was on my brain jumping and, like, rewriting what that last word was. Can you guys take a wild guess what my brain made it instead? I don't have dyslexia, but when it flashes up that fast, my brain tries to fill in what it was. And you know the first word my brain filled it with was? to create the festival of piss. I was like, what? I was like, that is not what that said. That's not what that said, Brain. No, go back. The festival of piss? That's not what that said. Oh my god. Oh no, not the piss festival. Oh god. Wait, what was that real quick? Hold on. I saw a warning at the bottom. Ah, okay. Oh. Yeah. So, for whatever that game is, early gameplay footage, all content subject to change. I saw some work in progresses. Announcements, updates. Ready or not. Stall zone, scum, gray zone warfare. I'm excited. I'm excited. Also, there is another video we can watch. And this is... How old is this video? Oh, it's only... Yeah, it's only hours old. Like, this is on the 20th. So, only a few... You know what I mean? Like, what? Like, maybe 15 hours or so ago?
And also, I had...
Alright. So, two things with this video. First off, this is not this guy. We're going to see it first. This guy. What? This guy... This guy here on screen. Have you ever seen a bigger, like... Have you ever seen a more perfect description of what a fucking loser looks like? Like, is this supposed to be like a pair of Crocs that you have on your fucking head? Like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? So, that out of the gate. But this video comes from Kingard, the Kingard. And, yeah. I know, at least go with the baseball cap. This just looks so fucking, like... Ugh. You have no ears, Duncan. It's okay. Cheap God Emperor of Doom cosplay. Alright. But listen to his statement, too. So he already looks like a loser, but listen to his statement.
And also, I had this sort of take that I kind of wanted to get your guys' opinions on.
Oh, no. Not again.
People need to understand they are creating games for the 18, the 19-year-olds, the youth. The youth will forever drive anything in any market.
Wait a minute.
Incorrect. That is total ignorance. So that's why I like Kingard's video, immediately pointing out, like, no. No. That, again, say what you will about Cat in the Hat, it was a terrible movie, but...
Did you say anything?
Anything.
Anything?
Yes, anything.
Anything?
Anything.
Yeah. No, it ain't for you, Fortnite kiddies. No. You are a tiny part of the market. I'm sorry. And you will always be a tiny part of the market. Like, it's just logical. That's just the way it works. Yeah, Fortnite folks are going to stay in Fortnite. Exactly.
I'll get you.
Catering to people who are 38, you're the old news. They're not making video games for someone who enjoyed MW2 20 years ago.
Someone is.
As I sit.
Someone is. Yeah, so, again, I liked that opening. I wanted to talk about that opening, just in particular. Kingard obviously bringing up the facts immediately. It's like, no, like, I'm sorry, you're just retarded. And yes, there are developers who think like you, because we don't have developers anymore. We have fucking robots that want to push a narrative. instead of actually wanting to create a video game.
Back and look at the state of gaming, I see AAA shooters that are competing with each other for who can abandon their identity, teamwork, and using your brain to win games in favor of schizophrenic solo clips the fastest. I see early access games that have been early for over a decade, given more money than God, and still can't put together a live stream without game-breaking bugs and the devs looking like on-screen hostages that want to kill each other.
Ollie, you've just fully opened up to them being like, oh, can't time it because you don't...
And if you hadn't seen this, by the way, this was the utter disastrous Star Citizen stream. Okay? This was the stream that where, honestly, GSC should offer an apology for this stream existing.
Work.
Twitch chat isn't going to hurt you, Elliot. It's okay. You'll be fine. Relax.
We're at time. It's your show. Wrap it up.
Yep, that was hilarious. The dev build of Star Citizen of 4 dudes runs like shit. Yep, and has tons of game-breaking bugs.
I'm fired, aren't I?
Oh, yes.
Well,
I'm fired, aren't I? Oh, yes. Guns don't work, disappearing, literal progress gates, like, not functioning. Oh, God. Again, I don't know if I want to do the full video, because this is, I didn't realize how recent this was, and I don't want to... We're a much smaller channel, right? We're not going to take that much of his thunder. But, you know what I mean? I always feel skeezy about actually doing videos this early. I just wanted to get that opening to it. What is Star Citizen? A total fucking scam is what it is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Star Citizen is just such a fucking scam. It is a space simulator created by Chris Roberts. Now, Chris Roberts was one of the fathers of Space Sims, right? He was one of the fathers of Space Sims. And he was coming back with a big vengeance during the Kickstarter phase to be like, I will come back and make a space sim, a new space sim with my vision and everything like that. Well, come to find out, that's not such a good thing. Because his vision is completely secondary to money, 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 money. And Star Citizen has been in funding for over 10 years. For over 10 years, they have been in the funding state. But the worst part is that they are actually getting a fuck ton of money. Oh, yeah. Yep, it's over $1 billion in funding now. It's the MMO component to a single-player game that's never coming out. They went pure scum, selling ships for thousands apiece. Yep, 100%. It's diabolical. It is absolutely diabolical. Again, Star Citizen's not coming out. I'm sorry. It's just not. They have no incentive to bring it out. And what's even funnier is that if anything goes wrong, if their funding for even a month dips below what they're getting right now, the whole studio's gonna shutter. They are so hand-to-mouth at that studio, it is fucking absurd. They have no quality control. It's just, oh my god. Oh my god. Nah. No, Star Citizen was first. Then Squadron 42 was second. So Star Citizen was originally one. And then Squadron 42 was the secondary one to allow people to play Star Citizen early. And then that got fucked in the head. Because Squadron 42 was done. They're like, okay, Squadron 42 is done and ready. We just have some polishing to do. And that was said over 10 years ago. It's done, guys. It's done. In the next few months, we'll have it released. 10 years later. Unironically. It's still not done. And as many people point out when talking about Star Citizen being a disaster, as like, oh, so that was a fucking lie. The problem with Star Citizen now is that it is so deep in sunk cost fallacy. Those people, like, they have to. They desperately need it to exist. They need it to exist. If Star Citizen doesn't materialize, which I hate to break it to everyone, it's not going to. But if Star Citizen doesn't materialize, we're talking there are going to be people that hang themselves. It's what it is. They are so tied into this needing to come out and be real because they've already sunk $50, $60, $70, $100, $200, $300,000 into it themselves. Yeah, I bought the Freelancer, which was $115, and that was the initial crowdfunding, right? That was the initial one. That's why I have a Freelancer that has infinite insurance. So I have one of the old ones. Again, I did it too because I was backing the project. I was backing to pay for the whole project. Once it became clear that this game was never coming out, I didn't put any more money into it. You got my initial backing with your initial Kickstarter. Like, sorry, I ain't touching any more of it. Especially when your promises have not been fulfilled. I don't think they've fulfilled a single promise. Like, holy shit, dude. Holy shit. So, yeah, no, I ain't fucking touching it. I ain't touching that shit. Like I said, there's nothing for it, too. That's the worst part. Is that, well, what's funny was when Richard Garriott, Lord British himself and everything like that, and all these people came out and talked about, like, working for Chris Roberts was a nightmare. Right? Because he brokers no dissent whatsoever. You do it his way, or you fucking leave. Right? And at first it's like, well, okay, admirable. He wants to stick to his roots, to stick to his foundation, right? But the problem is Chris Roberts is very fickle. And he will change what that foundation should be on a whim. Like, it'd be one thing if this dude's like, we're making an FPS game, and that's what we're fucking making. It's not going to be an extraction shooter. It's not going to be Battle Royale or anything. It's going to be a fucking FPS game. And then he says, if you don't want to make an FPS game, get out the door. That's one thing. It's another thing when it's the fucking Amazon Game Studios situation, where they literally changed their entire design philosophy based on the whims of the newspaper that the Game Studio CEO was reading. I fucking shit you not. That was, like, the big thing that the Amazon Game Studios kept saying was that the head of the Amazon Game Studios was a moron who didn't know what the fuck he was doing. And he would do stuff for, like, New World. He would make them change design directions wildly based off of new newspaper articles, and that he would cut out himself and bring to the office that day and be like, this is why we need to change everything. And they're like, what? What? Oh, people don't want this anymore. Their new flavor is this, so we need to chase this now. What? Can we not just focus on what we're doing first, sir? That's why New World had such a fucking disastrous development cycle. It's the same thing with Chris Roberts. I hate to break it to people, but Chris Roberts is the exact same way. His whim will change based off of, anything. Who fucking knows? Chasing trends instead of doing the tasks. Yep. And again, that was not, I'm making it clear, that was the head of Amazon Game Studios. That was not the grunts in the trench, right? That was not the people trying to make the game. they would get their marching orders that would come down from on high and be like, we're changing everything. They'd be like, why? Why are we changing everything? You know what? We can actually bring this back to Wardogs. Let's bring this back to Wardogs. I'll show you the way. So, here we go. The addressing feedback video. This is the one, right? This is the video here. So, some context. Wardogs is much more of a tactical milsim game than it is a Call of Duty game. If you play it like Call of Duty, you're going to have a bad time. But it's not as milsim as Squad or as Arma, right? Those are the upper echelons towards what milsim actually is. And Squad is even more of an approachable milsim than Arma is. So they're leaning towards Arma and Squad, but they have some more arcadey elements, and they're going to explain why. One of those arcadey elements is kill cam. Kill cam exists in Wardogs, right? And a lot of people, like, made us think about it. They're like, no, get rid of kill cam. Like, why do you have a kill cam? And the developers came out and they said, we're not removing kill cam. We're going to explain why kill cam is important. And so that's the video we're going to watch here. This is sticking to their guns while addressing the feedback. They didn't do the usual dev speak thing, right? They didn't do the usual dev speak of like, well, we've heard the feedback and we're taking it under consideration. They said flat out, no, kill cam is a part of the core experience. And we'll explain why it's a part of the core experience. So that's what this video is.
We've just showcased our new Wardogs gameplay trailer at the Future Games Show.
It is time for a closer look at Wardogs.
Off the back of that show, we now have reached over 600,000 wish lists, and the reception has been insane.
Oh, this game looks cool.
Big fucking map and overarching progression. Yes, dude.
I like how it's all cash-based.
Yo, this looks badass. Lone Star winning. Yeah, fuck Manticore.
The burnt peanuts. I fucking love that game.
This is Wardogs.
Shit looks fire. What can I say? Shit looks fire.
Straight after the gameplay trailer dropped, we revealed 30 minutes of pure pre-alpha gameplay.
Fuck Manticore.
That was him. Not down.
Oh, yeah.
We actually spent weeks trying to capture the perfect, clean footage, but in the end we just said, screw it, let's grab our mates, even if some of them are a bit shit at the game, and just play and have fun. Just zoom in on Reese's face. Reese.
Are you getting a shot of me
Yeah.
because you said I'm shit?
Yeah.
Go, 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 go!
Yes, he just domed two of his own teammates in the back of the head. What a fantastic breach and clear, isn't it?
Looking through all of the reactions, the pre-alpha gameplay reception has been overwhelmingly positive. It's also brought us some feedback, and that's the main subject of today's video. Not the feedback itself, but instead how we as a developer handle feedback and our game. One of our frustrations as players is seeing other devs and publishers not having the commitment to their vision or the balls to say what they want about their own game.
So basically, again, the wishy-washy nature, they don't have any confidence in and of themselves. They will change dramatically from their vision at the whims of the player base. Like, no, if you have confidence that you're making a good game, you don't need to change. Be like, you'll find your audience, right? Yeah, exactly. Can we just highlight Arrowhead in this section right here?
So forgive us for being more direct than you may be used to.
But when it comes to feedback, it doesn't matter if you're a well-known streamer. It doesn't matter if you're a content creator with thousands of followers. We're not going to compromise our vision for Wardogs based on feedback from people who haven't yet had the opportunity to experience the game how we intend it.
Yeah.
And this doesn't mean that we're not always listening and discussing feedback.
If a bug is discovered, we'll log it to be fixed. If audio isn't clear, we'll be listening and tweaking the mix. If a UX issue occurs, we'll discuss it internally and ultimately consider redesigns. If there are gameplay frustrations or balancing issues, we'll be watching both Discord discussions and back-end data, and most importantly, we'll be playing the game ourselves and acting good time if we think a change is justified.
In the grand scheme of things, those issues are smaller in scale, but at a higher level, we have a clear vision for what Wardogs is and what Wardogs isn't. We've said it before, Wardogs is a hardcore tactical shooter that doesn't forget it's a game. It takes elements of hardcore games and makes them more approachable to bridge the gap.
Yep.
Meaning the game isn't going to be for everyone.
The risk of creating a game that sits between two opposites is that every player's line.
Yeah, so, as you can see, versus the super arcadey games like Call of Duty and Battlefield, where it's just pure madness. Like, you're not in for realism whatsoever. You're barely in for any sort of team play. You know, it's just pure balls to the wall. Like, just fight, you know, kill, die, respawn, kill, die, respawn, kill, die, respawn. Here, they don't want that. But they're explaining, they're like, okay, so why do you have kill cam? Now, this is part of why they made this video is they want to explain their methodology and reasoning behind why kill cam exists.
Of what features are too arcadey or too hardcore become extremely subjective. Arma, Squad and Tarkov diehards think Battlefield is a casual game. Battlefield players think they're hardcore because they're not COD players.
Yeah, which I always find the funniest thing. Battlefield players thinking they're hardcore because they're not Call of Duty. It's like, okay, you're a step up the ladder, but you're only a step up the ladder. My dude, I'm sorry. You aren't even remotely close. You are the casuals still. Like, holy fuck.
Some COD players think they're hardcore because they're playing hardcore mode.
Those ones are even funnier.
The point is, every player has their own idea of where that line sits. That's why it's so important to us that we clearly state our vision and that for Wardogs, we are the line in the sand.
With that in mind, it's time to talk about the elephant in the room from our pre-alpha gameplay footage.
The kill cam.
Kill cam.
Kill cam is a great example of a feature that absolutely leans more towards arcade than tactical, but there was some context missing from the gameplay reveal.
Firstly, like everything in Wardogs, kill cam is tied to depth and decisions that you as a player can make.
If your preferred playstyle is going incognito and you want to snipe from the hills or ambush players in close quarters, you could unlock and buy a ghillie suit from the equipment vendor.
Okay.
This negates the kill cam entirely.
So, built-in mechanic to remove the kill cam. You buy the ghillie suit. The ghillie suit is incredibly expensive. The other aspect of the ghillie suit is that it takes your armor slots. You can't have the super heavy armor and the ghillie suit at the same time. No, you have no armor. So if you want to be a super sneaky little son of a bitch, you can. Use the ghillie suit, and the kill cam will never register where you are, what direction you were from, or anything. But you are very fragile.
The trade-off is this comes at a steep investment, and you'll be unarmored as it sits in your armor slot, leaving you vulnerable to small arms fire if discovered.
You'll also partially negate kill cam with headshots, where it...
So again, second mechanic to make kill cam less information viable. Headshots. If you take your time and you dome someone in the head, they don't get your full position.
won't zoom towards your player and will only turn in your general direction after you land a headshot.
So they'll show somebody here in a moment that gets shot in the head, and you'll see what it looks like instead. Whereas somebody that's getting hit in the body and they go down, the kill cam will zoom up to the person, show them where you are exactly, and even a little bit of after where you're moving. Whereas if you get hit in the head...
This pushes the onus onto the player to make a split-second decision in the moment-to-moment combat of the control zone. Do you go for a clean headshot kill with an AP round to stay in protection?
Here we go. So, that guy, he just clearly shot this guy in the head, right? Look, headshot. Total, clean headshot. Watch what the kill cam does after a headshot.
Or do you use the hot...
He's in that direction somewhere. He's over there. That's it. That's all the information you get. So you know, hey, he's off to my right flank. That's it.
Hollow point ammo you looted and shoot an enemy's unarmored body parts for a quicker kill and risk the enemy detecting you. Look, we're not here to sell the benefits of kill cam. Instead, we want the more hardcore players to understand why it was added in the first place.
This is also an important thing that I appreciate when they talk about why kill cam was there, right? Yeah, so that's part of it, Dimitri, but another part of it is like the casual players, the ones who kind of want to tiptoe and they want to try something a little more hardcore, when they go into Arma or they go into Squad and you get plinked and you're just suddenly a black screen, right? You just tunk and you're down. If you're not down for the ride, if you aren't there for the experience of the hardcore, you can only really take that so many times before you're like, all right, fuck this, right? Because it feels cheap. It doesn't matter that it's your fault, like, because you don't know it's your fault. It doesn't matter that you didn't clear that corner, so the dude was literally right next to you. You didn't cover your advance, so a sniper picked you off. You don't have that thing explaining to you, right? You don't have that explained. So a lot of the people that want to tiptoe into hardcore, they want to get used to it, they're not going to stick around long enough to understand your game if they feel like they're getting cheated, right? Like, oh, that's cheap, that's bullshit, right? And then they leave. They don't come back.
Before we explain how we can play without it entirely.
Yeah.
We set out from day one to make an all-out warfare shooter with tactical elements that we could play with our more casual mates who...
And right there it is. Right? They wanted a more tactical game that they could still play with their friends who weren't as into the hardcore scene, right? I love hardcore games. But there are a lot of people that don't. And a lot of it is because they feel like they're not given the information, right? Like they don't understand that it was their fault that something happened to them.
Always say they want to play something more hardcore, but will get frustrated and quit in a few hours.
Yep. Like this. Again, Tarkov. Dude, he's sitting there plinking away. He gets domed and dies immediately.
I'm dead. That's so shit. I am out. I'm going to bed. Killed by invisible people. Refund.
Yeah.
I'm sure we're not...
Again. And that dude didn't get killed by an invisible person. That dude got killed by another player just like him.
Alone as FPS fans, trying to convince our mates to try out titles such as Hell Let Loose, Squad, and Escape from Tarkov, but struggle to get them to play more than a few matches. The complaints we...
For me, the gear fear is too strong in Tarkov for me. Like, I try, and we've streamed Tarkov a couple times. I try, but I'm such a nervous fucking wreck. In Tarkov, it's unreal. It is genuinely insane.
We repeatedly encountered attempting to play these games with our friends is the frustration of repeatedly dying over and over and not knowing how, where, or why they died.
Yep. And that's what it really comes down to. Again, because if you're not shown that it was your fault in some way, you will absolutely spiral into like, it's just cheap and bullshit, right? He's cheating.
Whilst we know that learning to prevent that can be part of the fun and mastery of TAC FPS, the lack of information feels too punishing and too unfair to them.
This was always an issue when trying to play Armor King of the Hill and also in Wardogs' early development.
Yeah, because look at that. Like, what'd you get killed by? Like, you get your information. You were killed by this dude with this weapon.
As the
like,
issues
okay.
only amplified by unique design
That's
traits.
it, though.
Our maps are large, with lots of verticality and hiding spots, with lethal weaponry potentially at every angle. Until you learn the game, the frustration is only amplified in Wardogs. Every life is an investment, making every death hurt more. So they end up quitting instead of putting in the hours to gain the knowledge and prevent that scenario happening in the first place. Kill cam in Wardogs softens that friction. It doesn't entirely remove it.
Killcam helps discourage camping and it nudges players to tactically reposition during engagements, and it keeps pacing more dynamic than static.
We're not saying don't camp if that's the strategy you want to invest into, but it's our answer to the age-old FPS debate of players having a significant advantage by camping. Most importantly, we added Killcam to help onboard new players to the depth and more hardcore elements of Wardogs on our official servers. Ironically, out of all the people over the Future Game Show weekend, Asmongold called us boomers, even though his hairline's worse than mine, by the way. Is what it is.
Oh, they know their audience. The song? Yeah, this is a boomer game for sure.
But he's not wrong. The players we're talking about here have jobs, families, and other commitments. They may not have the time that we do to learn and recognize the best spots to ambush new players from, or the sonic signature of a 9mm round, but they will if they're more willing to stick around long enough to find out.
Wardogs is not for everyone. It is a more hardcore shooter than it is arcadey, but our line in the sand here is that shooter fans who want to try something more tactical than what they usually play are a welcome part of our audience, and we intend Wardogs to be the gateway to learning and appreciating tactical FPS.
However, once players feel they've learned the game well enough to not rely as heavily on Killcam for map knowledge, meta, and audio cues, we encourage people to try out community servers running what we're calling hardcore mode.
We haven't discussed hardcore mode yet, as we didn't want to muddy the basic understanding of the core Wardogs experience. But in short, hardcore mode will have kill cam disabled, reduced HUD, kill feed will be forced to squad only, and vehicles will be first person only. This mode is intended.
Now I'm used to first person vehicles because of squad and everything, so. But we're going to see. I don't know how the vehicles will handle. I know that there has been feedback that the Ural trucks, the big logistics trucks, are kind of squirrely. So I've heard that multiple times. We'll have to see, right? Oh, dude, I love Red Orchestra. I was in a reenactment unit in Red Orchestra 1, right? Red Orchestra Ostfront 4145. I was in the. All right, how spicy do we want to get? I wasn't for the Reskies. Let's just put it that way. I was in the 9th SS Hohenstaufen. I was the Panzerlehrer. I was the teacher at the Panzerschule for all of our guys learning tanks. I was the one that was teaching them how to range them, where to shoot, how to hit, how to angle. That was my job. I was also part of the Scharfschützen as well, which I liked. I know you play a faction in the game, you bastard. I know, right? And I wasn't doing the Reskies. Oh my god. But dude, there were some great maps on there. Granted, there were some maps where it was just like, we had the maximum map size just because fuck it. Alright, this is a tanks map, damn it. I'm like, oh, okay, well. I remember we had a crazy one where we had an objective to take out an enemy tank. So we had scenarios that we set up, right? We had training scenarios, and I was leading a training scenario group, and our attack was across the Soviet square to take out an emplaced T-34 tank. This was the objective, and how we were going to do it and everything like that, like what we were going to do. So I set up a special flanking unit. I had my initial rifleman push up to the barrier, and I was like, I want you guys to throw as much smoke as possible. Wait, chuck a couple grenades. I want you to fire like crazy. I do not want you to advance to the smoke. You are the distraction. I want my anti-tank rifleman team to move here on the right flank instead, and I want you to plink at the tank. Right? I need you to keep it distracted. Meanwhile, the sappers, which I was with, we are going to push forward and try to get into the sewer system on the flank. We're going to use all the smoke grenades and everything like that as a distraction to draw small arms fire to that area. Because obviously, if there's a bunch of big old smoke wall, a lot of machine gunners have a habit of brr, 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 through smoke, right? You're trying to like excavate. You're looking for those targets, those soft targets in the smoke. So I'm like, we're throwing up smoke screens over there, and we're not even gonna risk it. My team actually managed to breach in. I got in a firefight, like quite on with a guy with an SVT. I had a Gewehr 41. I managed to take him out barely, and my satchel carrier, he got derped, but I picked up the satchel, I threw it over, and we blew up the tank. And then come to find out, the observers, the officer corps that was observing the match, was like, you don't know this, but your anti-tank rifleman guy, he own-zoned the gunner. He own-zoned the gunner in the T-34. He got smoked by a sniper, a Russian sniper afterwards, but his shot that went into the T-34, because Red Orchestra actually modeled the vehicle interiors. Like, your character wasn't just like, oh, you're in a box, right? No, your character was in his position, in his, like, physical, like, this is how you would be sitting, this is where you would be at, this is where you would be leaning, sort of thing. No, your characters were physically modeled inside the vehicles in Red Orchestra. That was the point behind Red Orchestra. And he managed to put the tank Gewehr round right through and smoke the gunner. It was so fucking funny. I can't believe it. You guys actually neutralized it. Like, yeah, you threw the satchel that blew up the tank, but it was already neutralized before you got there. Your gunner had taken the pillbox, basically, by himself. And smoked him. We had, I lost a bunch of riflemen, though. And I lost the rifleman, I lost the machine gunner, I lost my satchel bearer, obviously, but I picked it up. I lost the tank Gewehr. But they're like, you got the objective. You blew up the tank. You lost a bunch of guys, and I'm like, oh, what happened? It's like, your guys on the flank at the smoke were being a little too eager. Some of them made a what's it called? An audible. They made an audible, and they rushed the smoke. they got gunned down by the DP-28s. I was like, fuck, I specifically told you, the machine gun smoke is like fucking catnip to machine gunners, all right? It's the way people think. If there's smoke and you're a machine gunner, you are very likely to go brr, 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 through it, because you're thinking, oh, you're gonna push up through the smoke, are you? I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Turns out my rifleman group did just that, even though I told them not to do it. Shame for display. And they got killed by the pie plates. For anyone that doesn't know, the DP-28, it has a big pie plate that it uses for its reload. Hang on, let me show you the DP-28 real quick. This is the DP-28. Call it the pie plate for a reason. Yeah, can you tell? Can you tell why we call it the pie plate? Oh. Yeah, they got killed by the pie plate. Brr, brr. Don't rush smoke. That's all I'm saying. Don't rush smoke.
For the hardcore players who aren't afraid of the higher levels of friction in hardcore tactical shooters. This way of playing is massively important to us, so cash and XP earning will remain persistent across official and community servers. The only time these servers won't be connected to your persistent cash is if server admins drastically alter values outside of our preset bounds in order to protect and maintain the game's economy.
Again, good idea, right? I like the fact that the community servers will be tied into the global economy as is. Unless the community server fucks around with the settings too much. And like, hey, these values are outside of the norm, so you're no longer with the global community. You're no longer with the economy system. You have your own economy that will be independent now. I like that. I very, very much like that a lot. Yep.
We wanted this vlog not just
also,
to serve
the server should be up now.
as like the kill cam response video, but instead as an example of how we own our vision for the game. We draw that line in the sand and feed that back to you, the players. We're not going to defend ourselves every time the loudest voices disagree with our decisions, but in this early stage, we want you to know wholeheartedly who you're buying the game from. We want you to understand the vision we have for the game and what game you're buying into.
This is the game we want to make and play ourselves. Honestly, if you're still against that, Wardogs might not be for you. You'll always be welcome, but we don't want you to spend your money on something you might not enjoy.
So to recap, we want to make sure that players can understand where, why, and how they died.
You can make the choice in game to negate the kill cam with the ghillie suit, or reduce the kill cam with a headshot. And you can play entirely without kill cam on community servers, which will also be a part of the persistent cash and XP system.
There's still so much we want to cover before early access, but for us, being direct and firm about our vision is the antidote to the sad state of affairs in the games industry where players have been dealt deceptive marketing for so long. I'm sure at some point our approach will backfire and we'll say something out of line that a AAA publisher would wince at. That is a risk that we at Bulkhead are willing to take to help you be more confident in wishlisting Wardogs.
Yep.
Wardogs closed pre-alpha will be happening on the 26th of June.
So again, this is an old video, but this is them talking about the obviousness of the kill cam and why they have it, right? Why they've got it. Now, let's go into the game itself, shall we? Because again, the servers should be live now. Well, the catch, as they said, the catch is it's not for everyone, right? And early access, they said, is not you're not going to get lots of content drops in the early access period. Early access is going to be heavy bug fixing and looking for pain points all throughout. Also, again, I will give them some leeway in the fact that VSeeFace is a resource hoggy bitch. Yeah, you heard me, VSeeFace. So I'll give them some leeway if the game has some stuttering and stuff like that. I'm totally fine with that. It's my fault for having VSeeFace on. That's not something the developers should be like, oh, well, you have a third-party system that's taking resources. Right? It's not their fault. You're a player 34,166 in the queue. Woo! Yeah. Welcome to the Q&A. I liked the Don't Buy Wardogs ad, specifically because it wasn't just video game hype thing, right? Like, we don't think you should buy Borderlands 67. And reason number one, you hate fun. If you're just a stick-in-the-mud square that likes spreadsheets, you won't like Borderlands 67. It's like, fuck off, right? It's not that. Yeah. You may say I may have done that for a reason. I hate, by the way, I'm so glad that people realize the brain rot is so fucking stupid. I'm so glad. But, yeah. We're talking about Borderlands, which is all brain rot. Again, I think Borderlands is one of the most overrated franchises of all time. I really do. Especially it's like humor and writing. I'm just like, ugh. And again, people are like, well, do you hate Claptrap? And I'm like, yes, I hate Claptrap because he's fucking annoying. Well, he was intentionally designed. I'm gonna stop you right there. Intentionally annoying is still fucking annoying. Don't come at me with that. Oh, it's intentionally bad, therefore you can't complain about it. Fuck off. Yep. Aliens Colonial Marines got the back end because they used the money to do Borderlands 2. 100%. Look, it's Dick Humper, the bandit. He's taking an arrow to the knee. What's up? Yeah, it's that. Or like, I bought myself a unicorn. Here, butt stallion. It's like, okay. What? Like, lol random doesn't work that way. Lol, you want lol random that works? Look at those TF2 videos. That's one where it's like a fucking fever dream, right? The Heavy is Dead will always be a classic. Been watching the incredible comedy of random scenes of classic Simpsons. Sounds good. You know what? You know what scene is so shockingly appropriate? When the Simpsons called out the Democrats. It's like they put the killer away, and he's like, "Ha, I may be behind bars for now, but eventually the Democrats will take control, and then I'll be out, me along with all my friends." It's like, wow. Maybe The Simpsons was prophetic, or maybe The Simpsons used to have a brain behind it. You stopped me for now, but eventually the Democrat Party will be in control, and then I'll be out. Reminder, they had different political groups in the writers group. No! No! 45,762 now! No! Oh. Like hired goons knocking at the door, introducing themselves as hired goons. Straightening his tie after snatching Homer. Burns has a vulture that looks and sounds like him. Man! I know they said that they buffed their servers up for it, but they may not have done enough. Yeah. I wish I had the comedic talent of The Simpsons back in its heyday. You know what I mean? Like, I have moments that are funny, right? But I wish I had more of that, like, that funny bone. Die Bart Die means thee Bart thee. Nobody who speaks German could be an evil man. Yeah. I need somebody who understands musical writing, right? Like, I too often fall into the trap where rhyme is needed. It's not needed. Music doesn't require rhyming, right? God, for whatever reason, when I said that, you know what song came into my mind when I said that? Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? And the whole song isn't irony. There isn't a single ironic thing in that song. It's like, what? Mm-hmm. It's like rain on your wedding day. It's like a black fly in your Chardonnay. It's like, what? It's a free ride when you've already paid. It's like, that's not, again, that's not irony. That's not irony at all. It's funny, in Guardians of Nature, I have an ironic moment, which is the fact that Everglade, when it attacks the hotel, Glass Den's motto, its internal motto is, appearances are just that. Like, it's all about deception, it's a facade, and everything. So the irony is Everglade is attacking the hotel, and the central vehicle in that convoy looks like an armored car for a bank. But it has been thoroughly stripped out of everything inside of it. It's just a shell. The appearance is just that. It looks like an armored car. What they needed it for was for the reinforced frame and the shock absorber system used in armored cars and the torque that the engine put out, because they're carrying a fucking Wolverine in the back who cannot be in his normal form. He needs to be in his full form from the beginning. Fuck, my sister was given an Alanis Morissette cassette for Christmas when we were given our N64. So my memories of Super Mario 64 are polluted by, isn't it ironic? Don't you think? Yes. Yes. That's what it is. It's like stuck there permanently in my mind. Where it's like, okay, songs don't have to rhyme. It's like, and there isn't really a lot of rhyming scheme in that song. But the problem is there's nothing of irony in that song either. It's like rain on your wedding day. That's not ironic. Come on! You're kidding me here. 49,959 now. Okay. Alright. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Oh my god, I'm trying, chat, I'm trying. Yep, again, the servers are now live. The server's full. That's what it feels like. The servers are fucking full. Man who's afraid of flying dies in plane crash is not irony. Yeah. No, man who's afraid of flying dies when plane crashes on him. That's ironic. the plane crash. He was afraid of planes because of plane crashes, so he's afraid of flying, and then the plane crashes and it hits him when he's not flying. That's ironic. Lit place. It's lit, not it place. And then it's not or your place. It should be just your place or my place. Imagining a dark lit place. Or your place or my... Oh, you're right. With or your place. Yeah. Yeah, no. Paralyzer is not a great vocal song, to say the least. Not great lyrical quality. The only thing it has, not just the great bass line, but also the chorus, right? Oh, I'm not paralyzed, but I seem to be struck by you. I wanna make you move because you're standing still. Again, it's not high art lyrics, right? We're not talking some Queen or anything, but that chorus is like what they came up with. The chorus is what they came up with first, clearly, and then they came up with all the other lyrics. This place has not been fun. It's been shitty. If one thing really means one. This place will hopefully be closed in 3 weeks. That would be cool with me. It's like, oh my god. It's... I should just stay home if one thing really means one. Like I said, it's the chorus and the bass that carries that song. The in-betweens are so bad. You're just kind of like, is this actual supposed to be ironic? You know? I hang out in bars. Bars suck, yeah. There are very, very few exceptions. Because it's a bunch of drunk people hanging out in one place. Like, I hate to break it to you, 99.9% of bars aren't Cheers. 99.9% of bars are a bunch of drunk people in a confined space. What's another song that has such... I think Pretender has pretty good lyrics. I'm trying to think of other, like, songs where the lyrics are just like, what? But then the rest of it's like a good song. And I just keep thinking of good songs at that point. I just keep thinking of, like, you know, bicycle races from Queen and like Bohemian Rhapsody and everything like that. I just keep thinking of those. Or even Radio Gaga. But again, Queen was such a fucking world star for a reason. Incredible lyrics and talent on all aspects, especially Freddie Mercury as the frontman. Holy crap. He was born to be the frontman, right? Incredible voice, incredible stamina and charisma, just incredible stage presence all throughout. Like, if there was anyone who was ever supposed to be a superstar, it was Freddie Mercury. There was no other destination for Freddie Mercury than to be a superstar. And that was one of the things, because you get a lot of them that are like one hit or maybe 2 to 3 hit wonders, where they have like those 3 real good songs. And then Queen is just banger after banger after banger after banger after banger. His vocal might have been a legit real superpower. Yeah. There's one where he's challenging the audience to keep up with his vocal range and everything at Live Aid. And it's so fucking good. Because there is somebody that keeps up with it. And he looks at that guy in the audience and he says, "Fuck you." Fuck you. Like, yeah. Yeah, hey, I'll tell you what I think. Think you can match me? Oh, big chunk! We're down to 5,179! Come on, baby! Will we make it this time? I want in! Let me play! Let me play! Logiman must do what Logican! Princess of the universe. Too many S's. Too many S's. Whoa, oh, reel that back. Too many S's. Maybe we'll watch Highlander at some point. This weekend. Tomorrow we're watching The Howling. But yeah, we'll watch Highlander at some point. Oh my God! Please. No! Just let me in. Let me in. Just let me in. Oh. Again, I understand when the servers aren't live. The servers are live now. The servers are live, and we still get access denied. To play. We want to party. We want to party. We want to party. We want to party. I would say we like to party, but I haven't partied yet. Damn it. I'm about to start singing Hello Darkness. It's like the servers are live. They've been live for over half an hour now, and we can't play. Let me check Community Hub. No, they're making me not want to play Lone Star. Stop it. Oh. I'll show you the meme. The memes have started. The memes have begun. I can't move it over? Okay. I can't show you the meme, never mind. But somebody's showing the TF2 GIF of like the meet the team, but they're all like not wearing a shirt and they're flexing and everything, and they're like Lone Star. It's like, stop! I want to play Lone Star. Don't ruin this for me. We overloaded the login servers. We've overloaded the servers. The servers are on fire. Bulkhead, please. Hang on. Bulkhead, your servers are on fire! Bulkhead, please. Oh, yeah, wait, there's an official Wardogs one? Alright, hang on. Let's check the official Wardogs one. Yeah, I know your stuff starts today. I'm stuck in an infinite hell loop. 420,000! Ah! I saw the number went up! No! No, I look back over. 420,000! The server hamsters are dying! It's a mass catastrophe. Mass casualty incident. Oh my god. We had to give power thirst to our server hamster and he exploded. But you know what? We'll do both. If we get the wrong part, if I have the wrong version of the Howling, if I have the 2018 version of it, we'll do the original the next week. Or you know what? I'll make sure we'll do the 80s one, and then we'll do the remake so that it's fresh in our minds. See what the reboot's like. Probably not good, mind you, but yeah. Server hamster explode needed to be translated to server hamster explode. Yes, thank you. Thank you, auto translator. You piece of shit. You know, Logiman ain't doing much Logi right now, because Logi can't do nothing at the moment. Logiman. The servers exploded. The servers exploded. Bulkhead, they. And it seems Wasn't enough. Wait, what? Wait, what? No! No! Okay, and get this. Howling 4 is also a remake of the original. It's a weird series. Oh, joy. Oh, joy. That's what I want to hear. Don't click retry. Give me a chance. You can fix this by waiting for the beta to start. Well, I got bad news! I have 410,000 in queue. Woo! We're getting there! Oh, shit, chat. Oh, shit. I know they said they ramped up their servers, but I don't think they ramped them up enough. I do not think they ramped up the servers enough, chat. I think, not that it was a lie, but I think they vastly underestimated the servers. I might not be able to even show you guys any gameplay. Oh, I'd be tired. Oh my god, my stomach growled at me. I need to get my stuff out of the air fryer. I'll be right back. It's only less than 500,000. What's the matter? I know. I'll be right back in a second. I'm gonna go get my stuff out of the air fryer. Hello there. Ah, my lukewarm food from the air fryer because I left it in there for so long. At least I can eat it right off the bat. No, fuck off. Alright. Hey, we're down to 400,000 in front of us. Holy shit. Dude lost his fucking mind. You know what, chap? These air fryer chimichangas actually came out really well this time. They are a mixed bag. You have no idea what the quality of them will be. My God, these are actually pretty good. Like the seasoning balances weren't all scuffed to hell. They were actually decently tasty. They had some meat in there instead of just being a shit ton of beans. But, you know, they're cheap, so they're quality assurances. What quality assurance? I know, these ones have been pretty good. I got a lucky batch. So they were both filling and satisfying. Attention team, our logistics supply line is running behind schedule. Excuse me. Oh, you should have seen it. You're after we've knocked off 30,000 players already. Like when I checked it again the next time, because I thought it was 42, I realized it was 420,000. I was like, oh! I was like, holy fuck! 385,000, baby! Woo! We'll get in eventually. Yeah, I think their servers are on fire. I think their servers are genuinely on fire right now. Oh, there is somebody that's in. I see somebody's stream is actually in the game. Oh no, a lot of people are like me. Oh no, he was in the game and then he got derped from the game, it looks like. And now he's sitting in the queue. Or maybe he was watching a video of the game, I don't know. Oh. Welcome, brother. Welcome. Welcome, brother. Welcome to the queue. Yeah. We said the server hamsters exploded. They tried to give them, they gave them power thirst, and the server hamster exploded. Yeah, and I believe they said they ramped up their servers significantly because of it, but I think they underestimated just how many people were gonna probably, like, pre-order and then jump in to get the test. And again, because the test client and the pre-order are two different clients, technically, you can refund at any time, right? So we can refund the game if we need to. I don't plan on it. It's just this is the type of game I want. I would love to play. I would love to play for the stream. I can't tell you guys how much I would love to play for the stream for you guys. I wonder if we can get a guesstimate of how many people are actually playing. Hold on. Oh yeah. Hey, cool. That's one of the first ones popped up. All right. So it says there's 64,000 according to Steam DB. There's 64,973 people right now. Yes. Yeah. The client is separate. You have the Wardogs test client that you get for purchasing the game, and then the game's client is separate, specifically so that people could refund the game if they wanted to, with no strings attached. They made sure that the clients were different, so you're not accruing any playtime on your Wardogs game. So you don't have to worry about the 2-hour time limit or anything like that. And to be clear, Steam is more willing to grant you a refund if you have a valid reason for it, right? Like, just in general. There was one dude who had his, what was it? There were multiple, like, game modes that got removed. I think it was Battlefield 6. And he had, like, 1,000 hours in it, and then they removed a bunch of, they removed, like, a bunch of game modes, and he put in, and no, he got his Battlefield 6 refunded. Fully. It's like, hey, I bought this for these modes, and now they have literally taken the modes out. Here's them talking about the modes, here's them removing the modes. Like, this game doesn't have what I paid for in it anymore. So Steam allowed him the refund. Hang on, wait. Alright, because we're still waiting in queue, 370th in queue, by the way. Let's come over here and do a video, shall we? You are what in queue? You missed it, we were 420th in queue before. 420,000th in queue, by the way. Yeah, so let's do this. Use headphones for the best experience. We'll see about that. Here was captured directly in game. Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, I agree. If you've ever been in an enclosed space when a gun goes off, you know this sound well. It seems like a meme, but no. No. If you've ever been in an enclosed space when a gun goes off, woo! You know it. You know. A lot of people talk about, like, fireworks and things like that. It sounds like fireworks. Like, do not. It do not sound like fireworks. You will know. You will know. It is a very particular sound, and it is overwhelming. Oh, that's because those are real. So, have you never seen you've never seen the game Body Cam before, Calbeck? Body cam is a super... It's supposed to be a super, like, sim. That's also why the footage looks the way it does. Because you're looking through the body cam, you're not looking through your character's eyes. You can see, look, he's even got, in this one, he's even put his arm up to, like, protect his face as he's shooting.
When Bodycam first launched early access, one thing players immediately loved were the gunshots.
What was that, dude?
They already felt raw, violent, and powerful, but realism has always been our obsession, and we kept asking ourselves, what are games still missing? Most games try to make gunshots sound cinematic by bringing big bass, big punch, and a big Hollywood explosion to top that off. But real gunshots don't feel cinematic, they feel dangerous. Because in real life, a gunshot isn't just a sound, it's a shockwave. The air moves, the walls react, the ground vibrates, and the first time you hear a real weapon fired close to you, it's usually terrifying. So instead of making gunshots sound cooler, we wanted them to sound real.
That's some fucking raw-ass footage, holy shit.
To achieve that, we built an entirely new system called organic reverb. This is a fully dynamic system that understands the environment around every single gunshot in real time. This system understands room size, ceiling height, openings in windows and corridors, how enclosed the space is, and how much air can escape it. Everything is analyzed dynamically to make every detonation physically react to its environment. Fire inside a tiny bathroom, and the pressure has nowhere to go. The bass becomes overwhelming, the shockwave violently bounces around the room, and the entire space feels compressed. However, in a bigger room,
yep.
the sound
this is
breathes
awesome.
more
I like
with
this.
longer tails.
Again, remember, this is not Wardogs. We're doing this while we're in the while we're in the Wardogs wait queue. We're trying, chat. We're trying. We're getting there.
With more air and with more space. But organic reverb didn't just allow us to change the gunshot itself. It also allowed us to simulate something almost no game does: shockwave propagation. Because in real life, gunshots don't just stay inside rooms, they escape them. So thanks to organic reverb, we now understand how shockwaves travel through spaces. If somebody fires inside a corridor, you don't only hear the gunshot, you hear the blast wave rushing through the corridor itself. Traveling through the space, leaving the room, and reaching the player 100% naturally. And those interior shockwaves are not just realistic, they're gameplay
really
information. Because now players can instinctively follow the pressure wave to locate the shooter. Almost like the environment itself guides you towards the gunfight. But organic reverb also allowed us to simulate exterior shockwaves. Because once that system understood openings dynamically, it can also understand how pressure escapes outside. So now when somebody fires next to an opening, you don't just hear the indoor gunshot. You hear the air pressure violently escape outside into the world. And that's where we realized something really, really interesting. Because once that system understood the room itself, it also understands whether the gunshot should behave like an indoor or outdoor detonation. So now when you progressively move from outside to inside while firing, the gunshots smoothly evolve.
Do you hear that in your right ear? Like, I can hear it because it's in my headphones. Do you hear it in the right ear as it travels back into the space as he's leaving? It's fucking neat.
The gunshot smoothly evolves with the environment. No sudden audio switch, no artificial transition. We also took the opportunity to improve every other aspect of sound propagation in body cam. So gunshot occlusion has completely been reworked, so that when somebody fires behind a wall, the sound now behaves much more naturally. Voice communication has also received a major upgrade. We also improved vertical audio positioning, meaning it's now much easier to understand if a player is above you or below you, simply by opening your ears. And because organic reverb affects every detonation in the game, grenades also adapt dynamically to their surroundings. And honestly, guys, all of these systems combined together complete a completely different kind of chaos.
Yeah. Again, this looks fucking fantastic. Visually, right? Hang on. Life check. 340,000. We're getting there. We're almost there. Sorry, Bulkhead, but again, I need something to do while waiting in this queue.
But gunshots weren't the only sounds we revisited. Every improvement we...
Oh, no, they have a bunch of servers. They said they boosted... at least I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I didn't, like, imagine that, but I'm pretty sure they said they boosted it based off of expectations on pre-orders. So, you know.
made to environmental audio, we also applied to one of the most important sounds in the game, the player itself. So for this update, we completely rebuilt Bodycam's movement audio system from the ground up. And one of the biggest parts of the overhaul were footsteps. We completely rebuilt our entire footstep system from the ground up. We redesigned 38 different footstep surfaces, from wood and metal to snow, mud, concrete, and much, much more. But we didn't just stop at different materials, because even a single surface can have multiple variations. Because the polished concrete inside a gymnasium doesn't sound anything like the destroyed floor of an abandoned warehouse. So instead of just creating one concrete sound, we created different variations from polished concrete, dusty concrete, damaged concrete,
I hear the crunchies.
Grippy sidewalk concrete, and concrete covered in dirt and debris.
Hell yeah.
The same philosophy was applied across every single material, making every environment sound as unique as it looks. But what happens when you suddenly change direction? In real life, your shoes don't just hit the ground. They're constantly pivoting, gripping, and sliding across the surface. So we recreated those sliding sounds for all 38 surfaces. So let's go back to our concrete example. This is clean, polished concrete.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it's gym class all over again.
Very smooth, very controlled. It's really sharp. Now compare it to heavily damaged, rough concrete. You can hear the gravel, the tiny debris crushing under the shoe, but honestly, even after all of that work, something still felt wrong. Because in real body cam footage, you never hear the world directly. You hear the world through the camera. And once we started rebuilding the entire audio mix around that idea, body cam started sounding like raw footage. We recreated all the little artifacts real cameras constantly generate. When you run now, the impacts travel through the operator's body, into the chest rig, into the helmet, creating tiny shocks and vibrations inside the microphone, exactly like a real body cam. We also built a fully dynamic wind system directly inside the body cam's microphone. When you sharply rotate, the airflow dynamically changes direction inside the camera. Turn left.
I can hear. Hang on. I know he's talking, but I can hear it when he whips his head around.
Rotate, the airflow dynamically changes direction inside the camera. Turn left, the wind hits the left microphone harder. Turn right, it shifts to the right.
It's really fucking neat.
And when you move, the more aggressive it becomes. And yes.
Oh, I know. Oh my god, news media using Arma 3 footage. Like, this is real war footage coming from Iran. It's like, that's Arma 3. 310,000. We're almost below 300,000, chat. Almost. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually.
Inside a building, the wind is attenuated. Even interacting with the camera itself completely changes the soundscape. When your character readjusts the body cam, the entire audio mix becomes muffled.
Nice!
Exactly like a real camera. The audio overhaul didn't stop at movement. Our sound designers rebuilt every single reload from the ground up, giving each action more weight, detail, and authenticity. Recording.
Did you see that? Hold on. Hold on. These reload animations. These reload animations are fucking sick.
Didn't stop at movement.
Look, you see how he misses? He misses the magwell.
A real camera.
I remember the magwell are slightly flared on modern rifles, on the M16, the M4, and everything like that. They have a flared out design to kind of help you, because in the heat of things, you don't want to have line up perfect, right? This is awesome.
The audio overhaul didn't
He
stop
goes to go in, he hits the rim instead.
Movement.
And see, he's still caught on the rim, and then he hits the slide finally.
Sound designers rebuilt every single reload from the ground up, giving...
First hit didn't get the mag loose. Second hit finally sent it flying. Oh, whoops.
Each action more weight, detail, and authenticity.
Missed. Look, missed entirely. He almost drops it, but you see it next to his pinky finger. He managed to recover it, and then he goes for a second try to get it back in.
Recording and designing every click, every rattle, every impact, and every mechanical interaction by hand. While most modern shooters try to make audio sound like a movie, we're trying to make it sound real. Not because realism is a feature, but because it's the only way to make you forget you're listening to a video game. That's the philosophy behind every sound inside Body Cam.
Really fucking good. I like this a lot. Yeah. I like it. Oh, 265,000. Woo! I likey. That looked very impressive. That looked very impressive. The queue is accelerating. Yes! Yes! We're an hour after the game has launched. Hopefully I'll get to play. Yeah, baby! That's what we've been waiting for! Oh, Magnum! It's beautiful! You have one look, Derek! One look! I invented the piano necktie! I invented it! What have you done? Nothing! Title change. Login man waits to log in. I know. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. If I will tell you, chat, now, if we do get another access denied error, I will sadly have to stop the stream. You know what I mean? Like, I want to show you guys, but we'll clearly have to wait, right? We're clearly gonna have to wait. The servers, Bulkhead's probably panic mode right now. Bulkhead is probably in fucking full-on panic mode. So some workers be like cubes. Yeah, that would be interesting. Do they have a Discord? I can check their Discord. Oh, the Wardogs website has crashed. Their actual website has crashed. Me tinks, they're in a bit of a uh-oh mode right now. All right, hang on. Let's You know what? Let's do the trailer for Wardogs. While we wait. Right. I feel bad for them. Because again, they're trying to be upfront and honest about everything, but their website's now down too. Yeah, this was the old announcement trailer, which is what got me interested way back when.
There is a house.
Obviously, we ain't getting revenue off this stream to begin with, so yeah, enjoy the music.
There is a house in New Orleans.
Kill for cash.
They call the rising sun, and it's been a ruin of many a poor boy. And God, I know I'm one. My father was a gambling man, way down in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Oh, mother, tell your children not to do what
Oh, Logi, I can't wait. I'll Logi the shit out of this. Just get me in now.
Another one.
I know. I want in. Let me in.
That was sick.
Try and hit them in front.
Go down, go down, go down.
in the house of the rising sun. In the house of the rising sun.
Yeah. So, like I said, I want in. I want to play. 228,000. Okay. We're gonna be working with Lone Star. That's my plan. They are the NATO faction. They're NATO PMC, I should say. So they use Western weaponries, like the M416, the MP7, all that stuff. You have Manticore, which uses African and some Middle Eastern stuff, and then you have the oh shit, who are the red guys? You have Lone Star, Manticore. Why the fuck can't I remember? They're the Eastern Bloc, right? So they're the Warsaw Pact. They're using Russian equipment. What is their fucking name? Oh my god, I can't remember their name. Valkyrie. Yeah, there we go, Valkyrie. Well, Valkyra, technically, but yeah. The third faction, it's a three-way fight. It's not just, one team versus another team. No, it's 3 teams all fighting over the same objective. So that way you can't just have one team steamroll, right? Because you have a two-front war at all times. Yeah, so Lone Star are the Western countries, so like you're gonna get weapons from the United States, Canada, Western Europe, stuff like that. Manticore is the African and Middle Eastern countries, so you're gonna get weapons from them. And then Valkyra Valkyrie, Valkyra, Valkyra, are the Warsaw Pact. So, you're gonna get China and Russian equipment. Again, these are just PMC groups too. They're not like their official militaries. Yes. Yeah, there should be. I'm pretty sure I've seen it. I'm pretty sure South Africa uses it. Yeah, but which faction gets it? Yeah, the FN FAL is in the game. What faction gets it, though? Okay. The FAL was a $5,500 assault XP rifle in Alpha 1. Regulating semi and auto. It might just be for all factions. Yeah, look like it might just be for all factions can use the FAL. It might just be a genericized one. Let's see, the A91, the AK-74, the AMP-9, the AMR-50, the BMR-308, the Bushmaster, M17S, Compound Bow, the Deagle, the FAL, the Galil, the GGX-17, GGX-18, Judge, KH-2002. Yeah, so they don't have all the new weapons in yet. But these are some of the ones they do have. Okay. On the wiki, I should say. There's a wiki for it, so. Do you think I should risk restarting the game? Because the Steam database says there's 65,000 or so players, right? Do you think the queue is just bugged? Or are there actually still, 200,000 players ahead of us? You know what I mean? I don't know if Steam database is accurate or like how it records its things. So yeah, it's saying there's 65,739 users right now. Test it. Is risky. Okay. I mean, we'll do it. We'll do it. I'll do it. And I will accept the consequences. It is my own choice to try to reboot the game and hopefully, like, kick the queue properly. Because it's 100% feels like it could be just wrong, right? I mean, again, it said we had 420,000 people ahead of us in the queue. And I feel like that was probably scuffed if Steam database was only reporting 65,000 players. You know? Like, not saying it could be, not saying it's like a lie or anything like that, but the queue may have bugged because we're constantly getting the access denied thing. I said, we'll see. We'll see. That's the risk. Risk we're taking. Oh yeah, look at that. That's 33,000 in queue now. Way lower number. Way lower. So yeah, the queue was probably bugged to all hell. Oh my goodness sakes, chat. You know what? I would love a milsim that got body cam's sound system. You know what I mean? Not the microphone. Don't make it be from the body cam's perspective, mind you. Like, get rid of that feature of the microphone distortions and stuff like that, and like the camera footage and stuff. Make it from our perspective, but keep that ability to have like radiant pressure waves and things like that in sound design, because that was fucking incredible. That is actual innovation. Like having sounds propagate properly. A hiss means it's close. A snap means it's... Now they're shooting at us! Why aren't you shooting? Because we're not being shot at yet. How can you tell? A hiss means it's close. A snap means it's... Hiss. Now they're shooting at us. By the way, I'm just going to say it. We've said it in the past. I hate rules of engagement. They were literally designed to give us a handicap to make us lose. Like, that was their entire point why they wanted it. They're like, oh, but we don't want civilians. It's like, it's a fucking war zone. I'm sorry, sometimes civvies get hit. Like, is it a tragedy? Yes, but it's a fucking war zone. And I'm just gonna say it. If it's the choice between our guys coming home or them making sure they extra careful didn't hit a civvy, I want our guys coming home. Sorry, that's just the way I view it. I care more about our people than that. Oh, especially Vietnam when the fucking rules of engagement system got put in place. That you have to visually identify enemy fighter craft? Like, are you kidding me? Yeah, Calbeck, we restarted. We restarted the game. The thing was scuffed. I'm like, let's check if the queue was scuffed, and it was. It was a scuffed queue. Because I was checking the Steam database, and it's like there are 65,000 players right now. So yeah. But Calbeck, as another vet, do you agree with me that this is one of those things? Like I will totally except that I might very well be in the minority. I hate the rules of engagement. I hate ROE so fucking much. Like, it is just a handicap to try to get us killed. I can't stand rules of engagement. Like, I understand blue on blue as well, because a lot of people use that as a defense. Well, if you didn't have rules of engagement, there'd be a lot more blue on blue. We have rules of engagement, and there's blue on blue. I'm sorry. For anyone that doesn't know, another aspect of rules of engagement is like what weapons are allowed to be used on what targets. So you're not allowed to use the 50 cal on soft targets. I wasn't shooting at him. I was shooting at the radio on his back, and I hit him. Oh God, yeah. Well, see, I wouldn't even consider that basic ROE. I would consider that more SOP, right? Standard operating procedures. Like, this is our standard operating procedure. This is what we're going to do in this theater. Do this, don't do that. Shoot this, don't shoot that. But yeah, like I said, what weapon can be used on what target is one of those examples of I think is incredibly retarded. You know? You're not supposed to use 50. You're not supposed to use 50 on soft targets. You're not supposed to. It's an anti-material rifle. You're supposed to like use it for destructive things, like taking out radios or car engines and shit like that. Just ugh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, again, that's utter insanity to me. Like, oh, but you might be tempted to shoot a civvy. It's like, if I'm tempted to shoot a civvy, shit has gone wrong. Shit has gone sideways. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, J and K? Not V and B? Oh. Oh, interesting. All right, we'll see. I don't know what the controls are. We'll see. But I'm in the game finally. I don't need my patch of notes. I should... Chat, hear me out. We should do it just because I don't... This is a AA studio, right? It's a AA studio. I'll do it just... I want to give them the best shake. I know. I know, but yeah, I want to give them the best chance. I'm not going to ignore it for now. No. Oh, not notebooks. How about not notebooks? Thank you. Okay, find me the drivers. I've actually found the opposite dryness, where it does matter quite heavily. I've had full games that won't function because my drivers are out of date. I should have done it beforehand. If I'm honest, it's on me. I should have done it beforehand to begin with, right? We'll see. We'll see what fucks up. I wonder what VSeeFace will do with the display driver change. We're about to find out. I might have to reboot VSeeFace. But another says, do you not have phones? Yeah. Can continue. Express. It's totally fine. I don't need any, like, specificity stuff. Hey, maybe this will help with Stalker, too, as well. But remember, again, I am giving a caveat to Stalker 2 and to this game because we're running VSeeFace at the same time. And VSeeFace is resource hoggy. It can be. So, you know, I'll take that on the nose and be like, hey, it's not the game's fault. I don't expect the developers to run VSeeFace in the background while they're optimizing their game. You know what I mean? It's not on them. Anyways, yeah, back to rules of engagement. Like, they bother the shit out of me, you know. Especially the, like, you have to. Vietnam is when they started. Can you guess which fucking party started it? Vietnam is when it started, and stuff like you had to visually identify the enemy aircraft before you could shoot it with a missile. Okay? Also the same party that was like, hey, you've now forced us to only go down the air channel if we want to go into North Vietnam. Why? Because, you know, Democrats are retarded. But you've forced us to only go down this one air channel, so now all of North Vietnam puts every single one of their AA guns here. Hey, brilliant idea. What if we bomb the AA guns? We literally get rid of all their anti-aircraft capabilities. And do you know what they said? And why? They said no. And their reasoning behind why we can't bomb all of North Vietnam's AA emplacements was, and I quote, "You might kill a Russian." Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Yes, the Russian, like, observers and the Russian support that the North Vietnamese were getting, you might kill one of them. And that would be bad. Again, you don't hate these people enough. Oh, because World War and something, yeah. And you had to let them approach, don't offend. Yep. Trust me, it's It's special. Like I said, I hate rules of engagement. I really do. I really fucking do. I understand if you're trying to win hearts and minds to an extent, but this is fucking ridiculous. Right? Keep in mind that we've had this handicap since Vietnam, and nobody can still stand up to us. If you exit the perimeter to go see who that is and what they're doing, you will be treading on their ancient lands, and we don't want beef with the guys who still run around with muskets. Yeah. That's 100%. 100% what it is, Dimitri. Like, it don't work if the other team ain't playing by it. Why in the fuck are we handicapping ourselves? Like, what is this?